A McDonald's drive-thru in the United States just ran an entire shift. No human taking orders. A Google-backed AI handled every single customer. Faster, more accurate, no mistakes on the order. And most people saw that headline and thought, great, robots are taking fast food jobs. But that is the wrong takeaway entirely. The real story is what this tells you about your own day. Because the same pattern showing up at McDonald's is showing up everywhere. AI is not replacing smart, creative people. It is absorbing the repetitive mental load that was quietly exhausting them. And the tools to do that for your own life are free right now. This week, McDonald's confirmed it is testing a Google-backed AI ordering system at drive-thru locations. The AI handles full conversations. It understands modifications, it manages upsells, it processes the entire order without a human intervening. Now think about what that job actually required. Listening carefully to the same types of requests, responding accurately under pressure, remembering options and details, doing it again and again without losing focus. That description sounds familiar because it describes roughly 2 to 3 hours of most people's workdays. Emails that follow the same basic patterns. Meeting prep that asks the same questions every time. Scheduling conversations that go back and forth for days. Research tasks that involve pulling the same kinds of information repeatedly. Reports that use the same structure week after week. These are not creative tasks. They are not strategic. They do not require your real intelligence, but they eat your time like they do. The McDonald's test just made something visible that was already true. AI is ready to absorb that load, and most people have not claimed that back yet. So let us fix that right now. Here are 5 categories of daily work that are draining your hours, and the free AI tools that handle each one starting today. The first category is email. The average person spends over 2 hours every day managing their inbox. Most of that time is reading, thinking about how to respond, and writing replies that follow predictable patterns. AI handles this now. Gemini inside Gmail can read an email and draft a full reply in seconds. Not a generic template. A contextual response that matches the tone of the conversation. You review it, adjust if needed, and send. A task that took 8 minutes now takes 45 seconds. The second category is scheduling. Back and forth messages trying to find meeting times are one of the most quietly frustrating parts of professional life. AI scheduling tools like Reclaim AI analyze your calendar and the other person's availability. They suggest times automatically. They protect your focus blocks. They reschedule around conflicts without you touching anything. You stop being the coordinator. The AI becomes that layer. The third category is research and summarizing. Think about how often you need to pull together information before a meeting, a call, or a decision. You open 10 tabs, you skim 5 articles, you piece together a summary manually. Google's deep research tools and Gemini's research capabilities now do this in minutes. You describe what you need. The AI gathers, synthesizes, and delivers a clean summary. What used to take 45 minutes takes 4. The fourth category is content drafting. This applies whether you run a business, manage social media, write reports for work, or send client updates. Every piece of written output that follows a familiar structure can be drafted by AI first. You bring the ideas and the context. The AI handles the first draft. You edit and personalize. The creative work stays yours. The mechanical writing work disappears. The fifth category is data entry and form filling. This sounds small, but survey after survey shows knowledge workers spend a significant portion of their day on low-value data tasks. Moving information from one place to another, filling fields that AI can pre-populate, generating reports that pull from the same sources every time. Google Workspace AI, Zapier, and Gemini integrations now automate most of this. You connect the systems once. The AI handles the movement and formatting. If you are finding this useful, consider subscribing for more practical AI insights every week. Now here's the part most tutorials skip. They tell you about the tools. They do not tell you how to actually find your 2 hours. So here's the practical method. Pick one day this week. Track every task you do in 30-minute blocks. Write down next to each one whether it required genuine creativity or judgment, or whether it was repetitive, predictable, and pattern-based. Be honest. Most people discover that 60 to 70% of their day falls into the second category. Those tasks are your target. You do not automate your whole day at once. You pick one category from that list. You set up one tool. You use it for 5 working days. Then you pick the next one. Within 3 weeks, most people have genuinely reclaimed 90 minutes to 2 hours every single day. That is not a small number. That is 10 hours per week. That is 40 hours per month. That is one full work week handed back to you every single month. What you do with that time is where it gets genuinely interesting. Some people use it to start a side income. Some use it to learn something new. Some use it to work less and live more. All of those are valid. The point is, the choice becomes yours again. And here is something worth sitting with for a moment. The people running the McDonald's AI test this week are not doing it because it is a fun experiment. They are doing it because it works better. Faster order accuracy, no repetition fatigue, no missed modifications. The same principle applies to your inbox at 8 in the morning, or your weekly report on Friday afternoon, or the scheduling thread you have been managing manually for 3 years. AI does not get tired of repetitive work. You do. That is not a weakness. That is actually what makes you valuable. Your creativity, judgment, and genuine thinking are the things AI cannot replicate. But if you are spending those hours on tasks that do not require any of that, you are wasting your actual advantage. The tools exist right now to fix this. Most of them are free. Most of them are already inside software you use every day. Gemini is inside Gmail and Google Docs. Google's deep research tools are accessible to most users globally. Reclaim AI has a free tier that handles calendar automation. Zapier's free plan handles basic task routing between apps. None of these require coding. None require a tech background. If you can type a sentence, you can start today. The gap between people who have claimed their time back using AI and people who have not is growing every week. McDonald's running a full AI drive-thru shift this week is just the most visible version of a shift that is happening quietly inside every industry. The people who recognize the pattern early and apply it to their own work are the ones who will look back at 2026 as the year everything changed for them. Not because of some dramatic event, because they spent 20 minutes setting up one AI tool and never went back. That is what the data is showing right now. What you do with that is up to you.